Welcome to another day of Ether Raids. We're taking on Curleo. And we're gonna go with the Devil Save team. Save balling up. Yeah, they're just back in vogue. The armor balls are just back in style. Like, there's just no avoiding it. You kind of need them because of how much damage is being thrown around. I think I remember, like, thinking back, I just stopped using it because of I think it was Embla. Yeah, it was Embla was the reason I kind of stopped using it, and also I was using it primarily for the saves, and the best save that I had at the time was Fjorm, and Fjorm was like getting demolished by Veronica. So Veronica kind of pushed saves out of the meta, because the far saves that we had at the time weren't able to really stand up to her. Getting quadded, by legendary Veronica at the time was not great. Stupid phone. Hold on. Okay. All right. So that was that. Now, where was I? What was I saying?
Oh.
Yeah. Embla kind of pushed the saves out of the meta because for saves in general to be good, both of them need to work. Meaning the far save and the near save need to be able to survive whatever meta threat you're facing. So one of them, like, if there's a weak point in your defense, or if there's a weak point in one of the saves, then you're going to get overrun once that weak point is exploited. So the weak point at the time was that there weren't really a lot of save units that could actually survive against legendary Veronica. So we had to just shift to omni tanking, and that's kind of what happened. Why does that sentence sound weird?
This way.
That is essentially what
Good
happened.
morning.
We kind of swapped to omni tanking to deal with Veronica and the whole catcher ball thing, and then that kind of fell to the wayside. But then saves didn't really come back in vogue because the nukes were still really powerful. I think that was a year after that we got Sanaki, and you really couldn't save against Sanaki because of the Brave. She really just destroyed pretty much every save unit because of the Brave hit, and the fact that her damage was really based off the number of units in close proximity to each other, which for some reason doesn't matter anymore. She can't take out anything anymore, so I don't know. It's weird how the game changes in a year, but because of Shield Fighter, these units are just like fully back in the meta, and we're able to just use them again, which is kind of crazy. As good as Hardy Fighter was, it was never really able to take on Brave hits, and that was kind of how you would break through save units in the past, but that's no longer the case. Well, I guess it kind of still is the case. It's just where the Brave hit actually occurs in this current iteration of anti-save strategies. But yeah, the save ball is back and in full swing. Near saves, I feel, are more valuable now than far saves were. Near saves are more valuable now than they were before. They used to be really good, or they never really had. I guess maybe like back when Legendary Sigurd came out, you could probably say that was when near save was at its peak. Yeah, but I feel like after that, right after that, far saves were just like a requirement. Like, you needed far saves to be able to survive getting hit 4 times by like catcher ball supported nukes like Scythia, Brave like Scythia and the sort. But I feel like near saves now are more like, what's the word, required because of how powerful the melee nukes are. I think what'll eventually happen is that the far saves will, like, I feel like it's already at that stage because there aren't that many really great far saves aside from dual Fjorm, and once she falls off, then Yeah, we're gonna be in the same. But we won't be. I think it's gonna be just be another cycle. Again, we just won't be able to do. It won't.
Is it time?
I think we're gonna need like a frontliner that can deal with whatever unit it is that's taking out far saves. But that frontliner is gonna have to be really good. It's gonna be weird, like a weird stat spread to have a frontliner that needs near saving. Because I think AoE Sigurd will still be a thing. So whatever unit, I'm just thinking ahead, and it's probably a little bit complicated just to like picture it, I guess. But whatever unit is able to take out, let's say Duo Fjorm, that unit is going to have a counter. So let's say that unit's a green unit. A red unit is going to come out that is going to be able to counter that green unit, but that red unit will still lose to Sigurd, so you're going to still need your near saves. Because like if you're building a defense, you're going to want both of those there because, you know, color spread, and just being able to counter both of those things. If you're not able to run both save units or like double save, then the next option is to run just one, and the one that you would choose is the near save. And I feel like that near save is going to still be valid. I don't think we're going to get a unit from melee range that's going to quad on the ninja banner, or at least they'll probably hit twice, but it won't be 4 times, I don't think. The last one they did was Ninja Zelius, and I think we're gonna, if we get a melee brave unit, it's not gonna be a fast one. I think it'll probably be a slow one. I think we'll definitely get a fast range nuke, and that's probably what's gonna like be there to just counter Storm. But yeah, that's just like some of my thoughts. Hopefully I put them together in a way that actually made sense. I felt like I just rambled for like a little bit, but disappointed that the banner wasn't on, well, today, Sunday. Well, I guess by the time this is coming out, the banner is going to be out on Monday, because it has to be Monday. It's not going to be Tuesday, because Tuesday is a new week. I don't have any plans for defense or anything until I was really just waiting to see what the mythic would be, because I can't really upgrade anything with any of the units that I have. There's no upgrades. Like, I can't upgrade anything. It's kind of crazy. So I'm just waiting to see what the new legendary is. Hopefully it's ranged. But I think they might just give us a melee mythic legendary, whichever it is, which is probably gonna suck, because there's no way they're gonna make it a good. It's not gonna be good. If it's melee, it's not gonna be good. So I don't know. I'm probably just gonna run. I'm probably gonna have to wait until whatever the seasonal banner it's the ninja banner. I'm pretty sure. Unless they change the. Ow! I bit my thumb. I bit my thumb. Yeah, unless they change the theme, which would be weird, because I think the ninja banner is one of the better performing banners every year. So there's that. That aside, luckily here, Asker can take out this Ike. I have. It's going to be tough to get the pots, but I do need both of them, so we're going to have to maneuver around this Ike for whatever amount of turns it takes just to get both of these pots. Yeah, and then close out the match. Solid week so far, I gotta say, in terms of just like, for the teams that I've brought, like I have a team specifically built to take out one type of defense, which is the corner balls, but I have not come across any of them. So that means that team is just like wasted. It doesn't get used, which it's unfortunate, I guess. You never want to have wasted team slots. Like you want to be using all of the team slots that you have to give yourself the most opportunity to win, or the best opportunity to win. And I don't know, man. I might just get rid of that team slot at some point. I don't know, but it feels wasted. Or maybe I try to improve the team. I don't know. But yeah, I feel like we really need a mythic unit on offense that's a save. Kind of like how you have the saves on defense. I feel like we need one for offense. Although I don't know if that would age well, but I don't know. I feel like it's just. I feel like it would just be a requirement. And it should be a requirement at this point just to have a save that I can bring because I'm using the saves anyway. So just give me a mythic version of it. But I don't know. They probably don't want to do that. It might just be too strong. Who knows? I've also been playing some Pokemon Sapphire. Oh no, not Sapphire. Emeralds. Sapphire is good, but like personally, like I typically usually pick the blue one for whatever reason. I think this blue is my favorite color.
Oh.
But generally, the third one in the trilogy is usually the best one. I'm talking about Pokemon. I've been playing Emerald. Emerald is really fun. I think it's actually my favorite Pokemon game out of all the ones that I've played. I haven't played anything after. When did it start getting so weird? I stopped playing after. I want to say whichever one was the French one. No, I didn't play the French one. The one before that, Unova.
Yes?
I could be wrong, but none of the new weird stuff. I haven't played any of the new weird stuff. I've watched people play, like I've watched Let's Plays and stuff, but I didn't play them because I feel like it was just getting out of hand with the amount of Pokemons that are in the game and just how weird the designs were. And I feel like it's a total deviation from the what we grew up with Pokemon being. The core of the game, you go to the gyms, you beat the gyms, you become the Pokemon master, or you become the champion. You don't become a master until you catch all the Pokemon, of course, but you become the champion for each of the regions and so on and so forth. But I feel like now the games are just like they kind of feel like some type of JRPG where you gotta do certain things on certain days, and they have a lot more of a MMO vibe to them, which I guess is cool for like this generation of kids. Just looking at how, like, I've been trying to get my son to play Emerald with me, and he's just like completely bored by it. He likes the designs and stuff, but I feel like he's really more interested in the exploration aspect and trying to, see what's going on in the world, and actually also some of the traps and stuff. The traps that are usually in the gyms, where you get like you step on a trap or you step on a puzzle to try to. All of the gyms have a puzzle that you have to solve to get to the gym leader. He likes that way more than the actual Pokemon battles, which is like the whole point of the game is fighting other trainers with your Pokemon. So I don't know, like looking at what the Pokemon games are now, a lot of them are like open world exploration type games, and not really like fighting. You're not really fighting trainers. I mean, like one of them, I don't remember, the one that you went into the past and you had like the downgraded equipment and stuff. I thought that was a really cool concept and everything. And I think like just looking at it, I personally prefer the battles, but just looking at what it is in terms of like this new generation of kids, I think it would really, or it did, because it sold really well. I think it appealed to them because of that aspect, the open world and the exploration. They're really more into that. And I think like from a purist standpoint, that's really what Pokemon should be. Because like when you're watching like the animated, the cartoons and stuff, and you're reading the animes, the manga is really more battle focused. But like when you're watching the cartoons and stuff, it's really more exploration, actually catching. It had a Pokemon Go type of vibe, where it's more about exploring, walking around, catching the Pokemon, and fighting the gyms wasn't really that big of a deal or that important. But I really loved Emerald for that, because I feel like it encapsulated, or it got like the best of all of the fights, from all, like going back even to like Yellow. I thought Yellow was the one that introduced me to the whole Pokemon franchise. But I really just enjoy Emerald a ton. It's so much replay value. But yeah, man, GG's. See you in the next one.